Greetings, peace and blessings. Welcome to the spiritual experience. We are all on our own journey called life. I will be your host, helping to navigate you through these challenging times. Know that we are all spiritual beings here on a human experience, meaning we are here to learn, to evolve to the highest versions of ourselves, raising our vibration and creating a higher quality of life. Let's see what's on today's prayer card. Bless those who persecute you. Don't curse them. Pray that God will bless them. Romans 12:14. 1 and 2 being 3, 1 and 4 being 5. So that's an 8, which can be karma, abundance, or manifestation. Let's see what the angels have for our number today. Please and thank you, Spirit. All right, we got 5. 4 equal 9. 10 and 9, 19. So that is a 10. The end of a cycle. Closure. 19 being spiritual enlightenment. And completion. Manifestations of your divine purpose. Okay. So that's a good start. So before we start in today's energy, I want to take a second and offer a protection prayer to the divine. I want to take a moment and honor the divine, the highest of white light. Please send your protection while I channel this energy, and if any negative energy tries to come my way, please transmute into love, power, and light, and let all evil eyes go blind and monitoring spirits go deaf, while I open my heart, mind, and spirit to the divine. Divine Spirit, I am willing to learn and be teachable, while transcending my energy into peace, love, and prosperity. And may that be so. In the name of Jesus, amen. Now let's see what's going on in this divine energy war. Because our prayer cards say, bless those who persecute you. Don't curse them. Pray that God will bless them. And we know we're completing out a cycle. And we're receiving a manifestation of what goes around comes around. So let's see what issue we have right here. Today's spirit, please and thank you. Oh, okay, we got 2. All right, we're going to pick this one first. Wow. All right. Think a little bit. All right. We have 3 of when. Recognition. So someone is going to have to recognize that whoever persecuted them, they have to bless them, not curse them. And pray that God will bless them too. Because we all need mercy, especially in these challenging times. Because we are on a spiritual experience. And remember guys, my videos are timeless. They're meant for you whenever you see them. And use your own discernment while viewing my messages. Now you see this dark shadow, and you got 3 swords of deception. So this caused some kind of heartbreak, some kind of betrayal, strong pain. But as we reflect and go inside to understand the lesson behind this betrayal, we'll start to see we didn't lose anything. We gained a new perspective. We learned the lesson. And we're continuing on our spiritual path. And we're changing our old belief sets. We're recognizing, whatever the cause was behind this pain or deception or betrayal. And we're moving accordingly. We're setting up boundaries. And we're finding a solution and how to handle this with love and light. So, we're going to go ahead and clarify 3 of when. Yeah, we're being creative in how to deal with this heartbreak. Give up in order to gain. Surrender in order to achieve. Recognize that all that is good has the potential for evil. All that is evil has the potential for good. You have seen so much, and you have sometimes wished you hadn't. You have told yourself that ignorance is bliss, but you know that something is missing in that proverb. All that you know will eventually help you to build your own character or personality in a positive image. Ask yourself, if your motivation is pure, then you will know whether you are on the right track. So, as we look at the situations we're going through in life, and we start to recognize and understand why we were persecuted by, it could be people at our job, our family members, our lovers, whoever, strangers, whoever caused the pain, deception, and betrayal and tried to manipulate us or gaslight us into making us not feel or see what we're seeing. As long as you see it for what it is, you learned the lesson, you talk to your higher guides, your archangels, the divine, you understand it for what it was, and as long as when you're moving forward, you don't take on that negative energy that they try to project onto you from hurting you, and you don't become bitter, and you keep your heart open and soft, and move forward in love and light, and bless those who persecute you, you will start to see you didn't lose anything. That you used that toxic energy as your temperance and balanced it out with your shadow, allowing you to heal and move forward. So now that you're moving forward, you don't have any regret or any resentment towards those who persecuted you, because you forgave them, because you forgave yourself and accept what happened as a lesson. And now you see the blessing because you gained a new perspective. And you're not going to curse them. And you pray God bless them too and give them the mercy so that they can see their ways and how they're causing harm to people. Because some people are not aware of the deception and the harm that they're causing to others. So being mindful of that and bless those who persecute you, not enable it, but you don't have to be toxic and nasty when addressing the situation neither. All right, so let's see how this is affecting us in the physical, spirit, please and thank you. Wow. So this is the Fool card. It's only right, because once you found your new perspective and you've been enlightened on who betrayed you and who hurt you, and you see through these illusions and delusions of these manipulators, and because you talk to your higher self, the divine, and they sent you those, and he sent you those downloads because you're going to be talking to your ancestors, your archangels, seeking, guidance in the 3D as well as the 5D, but especially mostly the highest of white light, the divine, sending you your downloads so you can get that clarity you need to understand how to move through these situations and these sabotages with integrity. So you're going to take that leap of faith and stay loyal with peace and honesty, with righteousness. You're going to stay disciplined and obedient to the divine. So while we're taking this leap of faith in love and light into the unknown, we're going to bless those who persecute us. Because may they did know what they did to you, or may they didn't. Who is that for you to judge or lead it to your own understanding? So that's why we're going to manifest the things we desire. And that's why we are being enlightened to our divine purpose, because we're taking that leap of faith. And faith without action is no good. All right. So we're going to go ahead and clarify the Fool card. all movement, all change. This is a precarious time. Take a risk, have faith, and trust that you will be cradled. Every fall moves you closer to your own target of perfection. You are in a cradle of perfect love. Use this opportunity to create. Concentrate on the present. When walking, place one foot in front of the other. No matter how high the mountain, the peak is reached one step at a time. You are in the first mode of empowerment. Detach from outcome. Undertake the present enterprise because you must. But detach yourself from outcomes. The process is critical. The process is critically important at this time. Do not concern yourself with the ultimate product. So as you're taking this leap of faith, and you're still maybe hurting from this betrayal that you went through, but because you trust in the divine, you know that you're not going to lead into your own understanding, and you're going to trust in him to be your judge, because God said vengeance is his. So as you release them with love and light and forgiveness for this betrayal and staying on your correct path, you'll know you're still on the right path because you'll feel that peace, and you'll start to manifest back love and light as you move forward. Because bless those who persecute you. Don't curse them. You don't want to send out those curses to the universe. No, we don't match negativity with negativity. We're going to release you with love and light and let our success be our revenge. All right. So I'm liking this energy today, y'all. Let's see how this is affecting us in our mindset and how we communicate. Please and thank you, Spirit. Oh, that came flying. All right. Oh, it came out in the reverse. So it's a masculine energy, or it could be a feminine who's operating from her masculine sign, because we have both energies inside of us, because it depends on what side you're working on at that time. So in this present time, we have a masculine energy, masculine feminine energy, who is should be grounding themselves as they go through this betrayal and taking this leap of faith. But for some reason, they're having blockage with grounding themselves and blending their emotions and their belief systems and their energy and finding joy and peace as they take a leap of faith into the unknown. Maybe they doubtful. They may be scared how it's going to turn out, but you can't lead into your own understanding. You have to just trust and know that the divine got you, and he's going to cradle you as you jump into the unknown, because he didn't bring us all this way to leave us. And once we understand this and put faith in that and stand on that, we'll always know we were always loved, especially by the divine. All right, let's go ahead and clarify Father Win. An analytical period. Thought is very powerful. The power of the intellect is bound by neither time nor space. Your ideas are brilliant and highly rational. But as you move through an intense mental process, do not lose touch with yourself as a spiritual, loving, and physical being. So as I was saying, this person is doubtful of how close they are in love and light, even though the divine has been showing them by, creating a way for them to see the deception and the manipulation and the delusions and illusions and the heartbreak, to see all these things from either their family members, their co-workers, their jobs. You're seeing how you're being treated. You're seeing that this is misery and this sadness and this just not feeling good about yourself because of what you're going through. You had to take this leap of faith and let go of what no longer serves you. Now, even though you may be scared and worried, and you may be feeling like, I don't know if I'm doing too much, I don't know if this is right, I don't want to be looked down on, I don't want to regret it. But how can you regret it if you walk in the love and light? And the divine is showing you this is the right path because it's giving you peace, it's giving you harmony. And you can't feel bitter. You don't want to become bitter and harden your heart. So don't curse them, pray that God will bless them and you bless them as well. So that you're putting that blessing energy out into the universe, that's the energy you're receiving back. You are what you put out, cause and effect. So once you start to understand that, no matter what's going on around you, as long as you stay grounded in your sense of self, in your spiritual, in your loving and physical self, and accept and embrace this leap of faith, this betrayal will not have any hold over you because you released it in love and light with forgiveness for yourself. And you didn't persecute them, you blessed them. So let's see how this is affecting us in our action towards our spirit and our energy. Spirit, please and thank you. All right. Flame of the spirit, fire, wow. 4. So the divine wants to protect you at this time to help you make this transition into the unknown, and know that whatever you're creating at this time, even though you feel a little doubtful in the choice you're making to take this leap of faith because of this betrayal and deception, you're still on the right path, because all you have to do is remember and center yourself, meditate and ground yourself, and you'll start filling in those doubts with the creativity of the insights you have learned from the lessons of this cycle that's closing out. And you'll see you always was wealthy. Your spirit was always filled with the things it needs. And then this blockage will be removed. You'll take your leap of faith with confidence, knowing that you have a newfound perspective, because the Temperance done taught you how to balance out your negative and toxic energy from this betrayal and deception. And it put you into the action to know how to move forward once you release this blockage on your endeavors, on your newfound sense of self. Now, let's go ahead and clarify the flame of spirit. A phase of development is complete. The structure you built based on revelations and good intention is strong. But in some ways, you no longer feel connected to that structure. Know that old structures must frequently be abandoned to make way for new growth. You are growing, beginning a new phase in your life. It is as if your own personal wheel of fortune is turning again. This is necessary in order for you to grow. Search your heart for the right course of action. So yeah, it's only right that as you start to see and realize all this was done for the greater good, for your higher self, for you to reveal your true character to yourself. Because without this pressure, without this pain, you wouldn't see the gem that you are to take this leap of faith. And even though the old belief systems and mindsets or people you used to hang around want to come back into your circle after you don't put up your boundaries, because you don't put up walls, you put up boundaries. You know how to use your discernment and handle the situation accordingly. And as you start putting into those practices, and when these old belief systems start to pop up, you shut them down. And then you enforce your newfound perspective. And as you keep doing that, because you're working on this muscle and not persecuting those who bless you, the blockage will be removed, and you'll start to center out yourself, and you'll embrace this leap of faith that you took with love and light, joy and kindness, peace and prosperity, because you'll see the truth and the righteousness that was necessary for you to learn this lesson through this betrayal and heartbreak. So nothing was wasted. All right, let's see how this is affecting us in our emotions. Spirit, please and thank you. All right. We got 2 cards. One flipped over and one stayed. So we're going to go through both of them. Insight. It's only right. 7 of water. That means as you start to get your emotions balanced out and realize you had to learn these different lessons through these different trials and tribulations so that you can understand the different toxic relationship and connections you were entertaining through maybe manipulation, through deception, through these trickster spirits, through deception, through it could be toxic family members, relationship, co-workers, friends. You're seeing the patterns. And once you start to see the patterns and you learn how to navigate these waters of these delays, because these delays was just showing you what you needed to do to redirect yourself and get on a divine aligned path. So you learned the lessons through the temperance. And as you rose on your path, your third eye started to give you the insights you needed to balance out your mind, body, soul, and emotions. So that way you can understand it didn't happen to you, it happened for you. And that's the insight you need to allow you to move forward with love and light and peace, and not harden your heart, but by keeping your heart soft. And it's only right, because that's how we heal. That's how we grow. That's how we're raising our consciousness. That's how we're operating with the 5D and the 3D versus just being so 3D minded and getting sidetracked with these illusions and delusions. And we don't need that. So let's go ahead and clarify 7 of water, insight. The empty space of the soul must be filled. You are moving into deeper spiritual realms. You may feel highly intuitive. Perhaps you do not want to acknowledge everything you are seeing. If you feel desperate or generally unease, remember that this reaction is natural and normal. Be careful not to overindulge in alcohol, drugs, food, tobacco, or any other substances. This will never satisfy your emptiness. The times you feel worse are often when the greatest spiritual insights come. Let yourself experience this time and do not judge yourself harshly. You are a good and loving individual. So as you're going through these betrayals, we are our worst critic. You have to understand, we had to go through these situations to learn. And you have to see it for the lesson it was created to be. That's why you bless those who persecute you, because they didn't know. They was helping teach you and showing you why this leap of faith was necessary. And even though you may feel doubtful, because that's probably why this blockage is here, you have to keep enforcing your newfound insights, because it only came to reveal to you to go deeper. Don't stay on this surface level. We're here for more than what the world tried to make us believe we're here for. So let's go ahead and clarify this other card that popped out with insight, the spilling, 5 of water. So yeah, as this divine order is taking place and we're being rewarded with this new insight and this new higher quality of knowing, we're seeing nothing was wasted. Because we had to go through these different detours and spill some of our love. Because maybe that's teaching somebody else another lesson. But we see we still have, out of all these 5, we still got 2 more left. That means we got a lot of love and light in us to refill these cups. Because maybe these people didn't handle us with care. And it wasn't a reciprocated relationship or connection. But it's okay. We received what we needed to receive out of it. Even though it ended in betrayal and heartbreak, we still took that leap of faith knowing that we will start to feel better as we heal and enforce our newfound boundaries through our insights and know that nothing was wasted. We still growing, we still building and climbing that mountain to achieve the greatness that the divine once designed us to do, to live in our purpose. Oh, my mouth is just, sorry y'all. So now let's clarify the spelling. Painfully, you feel that relationships are transit and impairment. Do not rely so much on others for love. When it seems that the cups of your life have spilled and all love has emptied out, you will discover that you still have two major reservoirs. Your own source of internal love. Do not forget that look inside yourself and you will see that of five cups, only 3 have spilled and 2 still standing and spewing light everywhere. So don't feel discouraged because nothing was wasted. Those 3 cups that spilled over on these toxic, manipulative, delusions, illusion, co-workers, family members, lovers, friendships, you needed to feel that pain. Because pain is the great temperance that we need to teach us. So we could balance out that shadow side. We could balance out that feminine, masculine energy and know how to show up as a whole. And we can continue on our path in our newfound perspective on how to live in love and light with our insights and not be deceived by these people again. So now let's see what the oracles have to say about this situation. Spirit, please and thank you. Oh. Okay, we're going to flip this one. So we're going to go with this one, and I want to pull the one on the top. All right, thank you, Spirit. All right, so we got Spirit Awakens. That's why this energy called it to me. We're awakening our spirit. I embrace my soul purpose, and I align all aspects of my life to it fully. So as you align to the plan of the divine that He has set forth for you and finding your purpose, by understanding you ain't lose anything. You're being taught. And He's seeing the character of your heart by putting this pressure on you. So you're at the bottom of the mountain. So you got to feel that pressure. And as you learn these lessons and climb higher and see nothing was wasted, as you gain that insight and remove this blockage and keep your boundaries up, you'll see the divine had this plan for you to help reveal you to you as your spirit awakens to see your soul purpose. Wow. Release. Yes. I release that which does not serve my higher purpose with gratitude and love. This is only right. Ooh, Spirit is talking, y'all. 10. We got 10 here. We got, what was our numbers again? 10, 14, 15. Did I turn that around? 15. Okay, so we got 15. I feel like I turned this around. This was a 5. But it's telling us to balance out our devil energy so we won't be in bondage. So I guess Spirit want to change our angel numbers for us. But it's all to the good. We're closing out our cycles. We're having new beginnings. And as we go into these new beginnings, you want to make sure you know why you took that leap of faith. And you release what no longer served you. And as you release what no longer serves you, as you embrace this newfound change, the blockage will be removed. You'll see that the heartbreak, the betrayal, the deception was for a reason. And it built your discernment. It made your character and your faith stronger. And as you got this newfound insight to see that you still got love and light from this leap of faith you took, you know, bless those who persecuted you. Don't curse them. And pray that God will bless them too. Because as we receive our manifestations, you don't want to put that negative energy out to the universe. You want to make sure it's nothing but positivity. Because we're going to let our success be our revenge. We're going to stay grounded, love and light, keep our mindset, our physical, our emotions in check, and show up how we was designed. God is divine. And to live in righteousness and truth and love and light. And this is sliding out. All right, Spirit want to let us know about work. Make sure you're still putting in the good work on love and light. Understand what your why is, what your purpose is, what your insights are, why your spirit awakened to this mindset. Don't just let it feel like this is just for a moment. No, this is a lifestyle. So make sure you're putting in that work every day, not when you pick and choose. The world is not going to be able to sit there and tell you how to live your life because you got the new insights. So once you detach from social norms and step into your calling and align with the divine purpose, you'll start to see, who are you here to please? The world or the divine? Because what they do in heaven, the divine ways, is not man ways. So you have to decide how to navigate these waters in the kind of work you do as you show up in everyday life. Not just one day a week, everyday life. If not, there'll be a storm coming. And the divine is the judge of that. That's why you don't lead into your own understanding and judge. Because you release them with love and light. Let your spirit rise and see the lesson. And you'll start to see nothing was wasted. And you will not get hit with a negative storm of karma. You'll get hit with the righteous storm of the divine to see that he always had you when you took this leap of faith. Because you're going to be in peace, harmony, love, and light. Not misery, deception, and confusion with the illusion. Now you're going to have clarity. Because you see why all this happened to you. And nothing was wasted. Law official. It may be a law official who's at work and they living in a 3D minded world and they may got a storm coming because maybe they was a part of this deception and betrayal. But it's all good because the Lord said high and look low. And as you got this newfound insight, you'll start to see how the Lord make it straight for you, because the truth will set you free, and how you can heal from this by going inside and receiving the downloads and finding the course of action to take to handle these situations with love and light, with grace and gratitude. It could be a group of 2 people, a law official and his partner, and they creating a storm. Or it could be a law official and his partner realizing that they was betrayed and deceived, and they are healing through this situation. And it could be a group of 2, maybe a law official and their partner, whoever they dealing with, who went through this betrayal and deception with them. But whichever way it is, you want to handle the situation with love and light, righteousness, and honesty. And you don't want to persecute anybody who caused you harm. You want to bless them and release them with gratitude and love. Even if there is a law official who maybe want to tell you some bad news, who don't get upset, step back, see what the lesson is in the situation. Because we all got to take accountability for how we live in our life. So if you know you ain't living your life up to par, don't be surprised when these storms start to come. You can't be in denial and delusion talking about, oh, I ain't see it coming. You know you wasn't living right. So pay attention. Because if you didn't try to see the lesson as it was going on, the universe will come back and show you that lesson in a heavy, harsh manner. All right. Let's get a few more cards to see what other kind of situations we got going on out here. Spirit, peace, and thinking. All right, this one pop out, and this is sticking out. We're going to take this, and we're going to take these. All right. All right, and I'm going to grab these 2 up here. All right, so we got survive. So, yeah, as we survive through this betrayal and deception and create boundaries by our spirit awakening to this new insight, these blockages will start to remove because we're starting to see it from a newfound perspective, a newfound mindset. And by enforcing the boundaries, whether it's at work or out in the 3D world, we will ride this storm because we took that leap of faith and realized nothing was wasted. And we can move forward in the plan and in our purpose that the divine has for us. Yeah, because you closed off for spiritual healing. You're evolving. You're going through this growth process. So some people may got to go in hermit and detach or resign from this work or face whatever the law official got to say to you. Whatever it is, maybe you facing jail time. You got to close off for spiritual maintenance and look at what maybe it is take accountability for whatever action you took into leading up to the situation, because we got 8 out here. What goes around comes around. What was you putting out there is coming back to you, and you may not appreciate or like how it's coming, because it's coming like a storm, and they could be coming in groups of twos. Close off for spiritual healing, reflect, meditate, talk to your higher self, ask the divine for guidance, ask the archangels for guidance, ask your ancestors for guidance. But take this leap of faith and know that there's a lesson behind this betrayal, this heartbreak, this hurt, deception, and release it with love and light, and accept the lesson with it as a new form of insight. Shine, because you will rise again, and keep shining, because now that things are illuminated and brought to light, the truth is out. Just accept it. Show your maturity as a mature spiritual being, and you willing to accept whatever consequence that the universe has set forth for you to learn from this deception, this toxic ways. It could be addictions, it could be a lot of things, but whatever it is, find a lesson, gain a new perspective, take that leap of faith, know nothing was wasted, and release it with love and light. Because it's only right to close off for spiritual maintenance, so that way your light can continue to shine. Wow, I got 2. Delusions. Yeah, we're releasing these delusions. We're not being delusional no more. We see the truth for what it is. It's deception. It's betrayal. It's heartbreak. It's pain. And we know, because we did the inner work. So we talked to the divine, the all-knowing, and he showed us not to persecute them, because vengeance is mine. You're going to take this leap of faith. You're going to go inside and heal and find a lesson from the Temperance. Even if you're sad, and it might cause you a little blockage and be doubtful, but as long as you're enforcing your boundaries from these delusions of the world, no matter what law official come your way at work, by you knowing you closed off for spiritual maintenance and went and seen the truth and got that insight, no matter when the storm come, and if it come by twos, you will survive. Because you're learning. You're learning how to walk in your purpose. You're learning how to ground yourself. You're learning how to be authentic. You're learning how to stand on truth. You're learning how to stand on righteousness. That's why you're having the spiritual awakenings, so you can operate on your 5D versus the 3D. Because we're done living in our self-known. We're raising our standards. We're not living in misery and accepting it for like, oh, that's just life. That's just how it is. No, it's not how it is. It's what you make it. And once you start to change your mindset and your beliefs, this blockage will be removed. And then you can take this leap of faith with joy, kindness, and happiness. Because now you got a newfound perspective. And you can continue to build and push through this heartbreak and deception and release what no longer serves you with love and gratitude. And walk in your soul purpose. People gonna want to say, hello, how you doing? Even though I hurt you, let me see if I could gaslight you. Let me see if I come trick you, because we love your light energy as you starting to grow. And you got to see it for what it is. You got to know that some storms come silently. They come with a smile. They come with kindness. They come with hidden agendas. But because we learned and we went and recognized it for what it is, we're not being delusioned by this 3D minded hello. Because we know. Because we learned. That's a storm coming. Because we survived it before when we had to close off for spiritual healing. So because now we're illuminated to the truth. And you'll be just sitting there minding your own business. Because now you found peace and that chaos and confusion with these delusions and illusions with these 3D minded shallow people who could be at your job and your family, your lover. We know because we learned how to transmute that energy into love and light when they come with this fake hello. All right? Because now we got sense. And sometimes we may feel like we ain't had sense. Like, dang, I did that dumb stuff. But you got to look at it from a positive perspective. How else was you supposed to learn? You had to get hurt. You had to feel that sting. So you can recognize it for what it is. So you can take that leap of faith. Even if you have blockage and doubts in it, you still gonna release it with gratitude and love and light and still enforce your boundaries. Because you see the storm coming. Why you want to stay in the midst of karma when you can start spiraling up? Okay, you may spiral down a little bit, but you seeing it, you recognize it, spiral up, get it together. Spirit showing you. Left hand. May operate on the wrong side. Not saying all left-handed people are the wrong side because I'm left-handed. I'm just saying, you may thought they was your right hand because you know God and his righteous right hand. I'm just saying, people may went left. You know, they showing you their cards but a knife behind their back. So, not trying to hate on left-handed people because I'm a left-handed person. But anywho, let's keep it moving. The person could have went left with the delusions and knowing that they smiling in your face saying hello like it's all good and gravy, like the sun shining. But they was just a storm coming, knowing you was just trying to mind your business. But it's okay, because through that betrayal and deception, you see them for who they are and what they are, because you got the new insight, and you see nothing was wasted. So it just made you go through the spiritual awakeness, because that was your temperance you needed to elevate you to a higher state of consciousness, so that way you ain't in this 3D world. You are knowing, because you learn. And now you saying hello. Hello to the divine. Hello to being aligned. Hello to your purpose. Because you closed off for spiritual maintenance. You ain't built walls, you built boundaries. And now you know who to create bridges with as you move forward. And on that note, we're going to close this out with the Lord's Prayer. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod, your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, and surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen. Love, peace, joy, kindness, and prosperity are the traits and essence of the divine. As you go out into your journey of life, remember to be the God someone sees today. You may be the only God someone sees today. So, until next time, may the divine peace, love, and prosperity be with you. Mwah.